my cousins, my sister, they taking pictures. They pushing me aside. Like, we don't want you, my sister. You have to realize, bitch, you see me too. You know who and what I am.
Exactly.
That's why it's not you getting me out, it's me getting away from you, literally. We cannot coexist. And that's for a person that's incarnated in love and came to love and help, that's a tough pill to swallow sometimes. But you have to feel it so that when you out dealing with everybody else, you can handle it. And I was offended at first, and the spirit said, you are different. You are chosen. You're not supposed to be in their pictures. Those are sleepers.
Exactly.
And they don't even understand. Jealousy, I'm getting more jealousy than ever before, more insecurities, more women coming looking at me crazy. And I'm like,
because you're leveling up.
Wow, I'm talking about, I was like, wow, this shit is real. Like Tasha, you gotta know. I need them to keep that same energy in the 6 months. Mm-hmm. And all I say is, y'all keep that same energy. So when I bring it back up, when it's hit, remember, I told you to keep that same energy, and I really do need you to keep that same energy. I need you not to change.
Right.
I need that.
Right.
My brother, I told him, I said, I already know you're not gonna change. His love been unconditional from day one. I threw it out there to my homegirl, and look, don't change. Something's about to happen for me. I need to know that y'all gonna be the same. Because once I see it, you're not gonna be able to hide it from me. Once I see it, I'm done. I'm not gonna get set up. Like you mentioned earlier, we don't want to go out like that. You don't want to go out when it's not. You know what I'm saying? If you can help it, I want to ease up out of my body when my time is done.
Right. Exactly.
So I need you not to change as well. And I know you got what I'm saying, but I'm speaking it so you already know.
I already know.
Right, like, and I'm gonna come. The stuff I said I was gonna do for those. I'm obligated.
Got no choice.
I'm obligated. That's why they're giving it to me.
Right.
I'm telling on my next video that age is in the mind. Aging is in the mind. And it started when we was young.
Yeah, right away.
When I seen my great aunties and great uncles all decrepit and shit, I didn't want to get old. I was like, this is what we got to look forward to? You came to live, stay black, suffer, and die? This can't be life. But we've been programmed since we were children to think that when you get older, you're supposed to age, or the fact that you are aging.
That's what I was about to say. It's deeper than that. It's deep. It's so deep. It's like to the point where, you know, the numbers. Why are we counting? Why are we counting?
When every day is today.
Well, that's the only difference between eternity and not. It's the fact that you made up a system to try to count eternity.
So what you have to teach your children is to have immortal thoughts from birth.
Always.
To have immortal thoughts that they are immortal.
Well, to keep them because they already have them.
Exactly.
So you don't have to teach them anything. You just got to protect them.
You got to teach them because if not, the world gonna teach them some bullshit. So you got to teach them.
That do make sense.
Better.
Just remind them
you gotta
of
teach them.
Why they like that.
Yes. So when they out in the world, that's already know.
Right.
Already know. Yeah, so that came to me that age is in the mind and it's been programmed into our mind. Just like working for somebody's been programmed, going to school and that's supposed to make you could go to school 22 years and not serve your purpose on this planet.
That's true.
You could be a multi-millionaire on this plane and not serve your purpose on this planet.
That's true.
And if you were destined to get that purpose done, you coming back to do it.
Right.
You got to do it. You signed up for it.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're in the process of doing it. You're just taking too long.
That's amazing.
And I had to learn that, I had to learn that the hard way, I guess, for me. I'm only in my 20s, but I already learned that. But I had to learn that the hard way, man. Being unsatisfied, being unfulfilled, doing what other people want you to do, doing what's expected of you, and neglecting how you feel and what you really want. And that feeling deep inside, that's your intuition letting you, that's your map, that's your roadmap to success for completing your soul's mission based upon your divine design. I think that's the biggest thing. So yeah, the money, all that money and stuff, it's not about that. It's really not about working for nobody. It's really not about work.
At all.
That, like, what you design to do ain't work. You like to do that. That's what you do. That's your existence. That's different. It's not work. That's your existence. And that's how we need to look at it. Like you tell a pencil, write something down. Oh, gotta go to work. No, he's a pencil. That's what he does. You know, and so if you're working, you're doing something wrong. We were sent to, like, if you look at Genesis, it said they were, Adam was, he was working, right? He was naming the animals or whatever. That was his soul's mission. He was the father, right? He was the first. The creators. The creators. They were naming everything. But then you got to the point where they had to work for their food when they got kicked out of Eden, out of heaven, out of paradise, out of alignment. Now they working toiling the earth. And that's how I look at it with my life. Like, ascension is effortless because it's based upon you doing what you designed to do.
And if people are not falling by the wayside, you're not ascending.
Right.
Let me tell you something. You shed old everything. They can't coexist. If you are not losing friends, family members, associates, partners, you're not ascending. Dang. Birds of a feather do flock together.
Right.
Birds of a feather do flock together. And if you still, them same people, your interest in the things that excite you and get is not going to be for the average person. So you're not gonna have much in common.
Right.
They're gonna start to bore you. And you have to spend time alone. That's so important. Loneliness is great.
Loneliness and being alone is two different things.
Okay, and you have to take that time out so you can grow. And if people are not falling by the wayside, you're not growing.
That's true.
So look forward to that.
Well,
look forward to losing friends, associates, family members. Those are the ones that hurt the most. I'm talking about everybody that I know of is asleep. And they the ones looking at me like, who this bitch thinks she is? And you sleep. They got the audacity to judge you off of things of the world. Like, who are you? You don't even know why you're here. That was one of the hardest.
It's tough.
Like the associates, not much. You know what I'm saying? People around me every day, not so much. But when it's people that you grew up with,
and close to.
But that's a beautiful thing though, because I love it.
Right.
I wouldn't exchange my life for yours. No, I don't care who you are.
Right.
I love this knowledge because it makes me rich.
Right.
The financial side, I'm attracting it because that's natural. That's law of attraction. It's real.
Right.
People don't ever say you broke. Don't ever say you broke.
Right.
I'm broke. I don't care if you got two nickels to rub together. You're not broke because now you're broken. You're telling yourself you're broken.
Because you don't work right.
I will never say no shit like that. Words are spells, as you was mentioning. We speak them every time we open our mouth.
Words are definitely spells.
You got me?
Spells are made up of words.
And I'm listening and looking at these sleepers. And I got offended because they ain't want me in the picture.
Yeah,
and
you
the
can't get
was
offended.
like, you don't belong in their picture.
Right.
You divine. You might need, your light is so, I could be taking pictures and the pit behind me, all of a sudden the lights are brighter.
Right.
You're getting streaks. Somebody else took a picture in that same background and the lighting was fine.
Right.
I get there and it's bright.
Right.
My aura. They can't handle it and don't know why. They think it's me. But it is.
It is, but not in the way.
Not in the way you
Right.
sleep. You're still eating dead foods.
Right.
You cannot ascend if you do not change your diet. That's all of us. You're not. You're going to be an educated fool, what my mama called them. Smart, you got a lot of quote-unquote woke people that still eat. You're not woke.
Right.
You're waking up.
Right.
But you're not woke. There's no way that you can be consuming a dead flesh diet and think you're going to get to the 12th dimension. It's not going to happen. You're too heavy.
Exactly.
Them angels you were speaking about, they can smell that shit.
Exactly.
Like, what is that? How did you get here? We have rules and laws. Those realms have rules and laws just like this one does too. And it tells them in their book you got to be light as a feather. It tells you in your book that you ain't supposed to be consuming animal flesh. It told you that. I had somebody yesterday talking about God made the animals.
So?
He
And
made
God
the
did,
light
but
bulb
God
too. You gonna go eat a light bulb?
Y'all made the animals. Y'all made the animals, y'all.
I'm like, what?
But everything that's created ain't for you to use, and it's actually described in Genesis how to use everything. Like at the beginning of any project, there's a manual, there's directions. y'all need to read Genesis. We need to read Genesis as a people more often, so we can know how it's supposed to work. A lot of us read the New Testament too much. That's a broken world already. That's why it's talking about fixing it. We need to look at the fixed world, right? And they tell you eat the herbs, the nuts, and the fruits. That's in Eden. That's in alignment. Eden represents paradise, right? That's in alignment. So if you're not eating that, then you're out of alignment, right? Come on, y'all. So yeah.
Yep. The pre-fall, before the fall of man. That's where we at. And that's what everything going back to. That's the beautiful thing. For those of us that's gonna make it, look at this year and the years to come, because what they're doing is AI technology, this 5G is real. So that's what the corona was about, so that they can start implementing the vaccines and trying to make them mandatory. But for us not to worry, you're fine. For all the divine beings on this planet, we are protected. We're going to be here in this new heaven and new earth. We're fine. It ain't nothing to panic over. It ain't nothing to be scared. It ain't nothing for you to allow them to do some mandatory shit, because they'll have to kill me first.
Right.
And that's the truth. Before you think you're going to put something in my body without my permission and make it mandatory, I'm going out with a bang, though, I tell you that. And it won't be with no chip. That's for sure. So, yes, where I was going with that was diet is important. And this is somebody like, I'm still perfecting my ways. If I was perfect, I'd be done with this planet.
Right.
I'd be out of here.
But look, y'all, progression is perfection, and that's one thing I always teach people.
Yes.
Like, you're not you today. You're not you yesterday. You're not you tomorrow. You every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? You are always you. You the whole picture. You can't read the beginning of a story and say, man, this story sucked. You can't read the end and say that was the best story ever. You got to read the whole thing. And we are stories. We are animations, right? So just think about that. Your progress is your perfection. Just keep getting better. If that was perfection and then imperfection, a lot of us wouldn't reincarnate. We keep reincarnating because we continuously being perfect, no matter how it end up. Like, that's gonna be our perfect story. You see what I'm saying? You designed to be the way you are, right? And if I'm an artist, I'm a designer, and I design this shoe to have holes all over it, then it's perfect with those holes. That's how I designed it. So I feel like a lot of people are too hard on themselves when it comes to that, especially like when you're trying to do the right thing, like being a vegan or quit an addiction or something like that. Sometimes you could be too hard on yourself.
Yes.
And that's counterproductive. Trust me. I've been there. But yeah, man, I want y'all to go follow right now at Unique Bay. That's what it's called.
Yes.
At Unique Bay on YouTube. I'm Saint Piper, aka the Black Native. You can follow me on YouTube at Saint Piper. If you're watching this on a different platform that isn't YouTube, but definitely go follow Unique, B-E-Y, right? UNEEK B-E-Y.
Yes.
UNEEK
Some
B-E-Y.
jewels about to be dropped for you guys. I'm doing my job on this planet. I consider myself a DNA messenger, because everything that is around you resonates on your DNA, whether you accept it on a conscious level, subconsciously, or higher consciously. Everything resonates. Nothing misses your higher self. So I plant seeds on people's DNA that's going to grow one day, and I'm growing, and I'm loving the process. If you're somewhere where you can get sunlight, y'all, get you some sun. That's where your information. People ask me all the time, how do you know these things? How do you know all this in one lifetime? I ain't 35 yet. And what I say is what the truth is. I get downloads. And it's beautiful. If you're somewhere where you can get some sun, get out in the sun. I don't care your hue, your skin color, you'll know how much sun that you can take. If you melanated, you can take a lot of sunlight. I don't care what they say, you have to get yourself readjusted. Sunlight is important, and that way you can get your truths. I get my news from people, I get my truth from within. Everything that you need is within. Everything you see outside of you is within. And there's nothing special about none of us. But we all vibrating at different frequencies. So get your vibration higher by getting you some sunlight, taking steps to change your diet, and also the people around you. But the higher you vibrate, the people around you, the low vibration people are not going to be able to stand being around you, and you're not going to be able to stand being around them for too long. I love y'all.
Yeah. Love y'all too. Peace.